Don't have my usual mug, don't know where it's gone, and also a little bit croaky. Why is that? I'll tell you about that in a second. Good morning, Stackers! We are live. This is your 20-minute week daily morning show all about gold, silver, all things precious metals, and we do some price analyses. We talk about some news or something like that. A very cool announcement today. Pop on. But what we do in the first 1 minute is we do the synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage of your choice, whatever it is. I'm not going to judge you. That's okay. And we synchronize. We slurp it synchronistically. Yeah, but the rule is you have to slurp it. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, who you're with, whatever. If you're on your own, it's an honor system. Got to slurp it in the next couple of seconds. Jump on, let me know that you are here. Then we're going to talk about Palladium, interestingly, and an exciting announcement, a whole bunch of stuff. I'll show you something from my stack. Here we go in the next 5 seconds. Synchronized slurp. 3, 2, 1. So I'm a little croaky. Use the time codes below. If you're watching this live, suck it up, people. You've just got to get through me talking in the beginning and saying hello to everyone, and also announcements and things like that. So, but if you're watching this after the fact, just use the time codes below to go to your favorite bit. So Desi says, "Good morning. I already drank my coffee. Can I still watch it? Nah, sorry, bro. Can you just go away? No, yes, you can watch. Of course you can. I know that was a sarcastic comment. Sarcasm is very much allowed here at GMS. I'm going to need a few of these. I am croaky. So yes, good morning, Desi. What I do as my nighttime job, I've been a vocalist for Black Coal. This is going to be a long one. I can feel like, g'day, Black Coal. I've been a vocalist for 25 years as a singer, as a lead singer in bands and things and stuff, and I've done international stuff, cruise ships, theme parks, musicals every now and then, but weddings and corporate events and like my band and other bands and blah, blah, blah. And at the moment, for the last few years, get this right, I've been in a U2 tribute band. The band's called the U2 Show Achtung Baby. Been around for 20 years, the band, but I joined them about 4 or 5 years ago. And we had a gig. We flew up. I just came back from Perth early last week, and then I flew to the Gold Coast on Saturday. Did a gig. It was a good gig, good crowd, and just I'm a little bit croaky. So anyway, so we are going to be talking about Palladium today. I'll share that screen in a minute, but I have an announcement. Announcement time. Hang on a sec. Announcement time. Applause. Can you hear that? Good. I think so. Announcement time. So as you guys know, I have been over. I was over, and I've been talking with and meeting with, and did some videos with, some content with Perth Bullion Exchange. If you go back to another video, explains how this all came about. It's a very whirlwind thing. I started this show, Good Morning Stackers, 2 weeks ago, and we're over at, that I've got to explain, that I've got to show too. We're over 100 subscribers now, 105 subscribers. So thanks to everyone. Hit the big red subscribe button, and then that all came about quite organically. And then I went over to Perth early last week for the launch of their website. Went over and met everyone, and we have a bit of a chat and all that, did a couple of videos, etc. And so the announcement today is Perth Bullion Exchange are my official brand partner. That's basically the announcement. So I'll give it a boom, boom, boom. Why not? And applause and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, another applause. So, after some talks and stuff, and I've met the guys, and particularly Ricky and everyone who works there, it's just been a really good fit. And as I've been explaining about Perth Bullion Exchange, with my first initial chats with them, when Ricky, the owner of Perth Bullion Exchange at perthbullion.com.au, explained, this is my new business, and I grilled the ever-loving out of him and said, okay, what's your policy on this? What are you going to do about this? What is this? If you don't know, I've been working in the bullion industry in various companies for 11 years, so I've seen it all, and I have my own ideas about, if I was to start my own bullion company, how would I do it? And so are you going to do this? Yep. Are you going to do that? Yep. What are you going to do about this? Well, we're going to do X, Y, Z. Oh, okay, cool. Are you going to offer this? Yes. So the short answer is it's exactly what I would do if I was starting my own bullion business. Now, and I'm very happy to call them a brand partner. I'm also very happy to say they are my preferred dealer at the moment. Now, am I saying that all the other bullion dealers suck? No, of course not. No, I've worked for many of the other bullion dealers, and they're all wonderful in their own ways, and all that. It's just right at this very second, Perth Bullion Exchange is just, it's just good. And one of the main reasons why, and I'm going to share the screen in just a second, so it's a little bit of a plug and all that, but of course I'm a brand partner, and so I would highly suggest you at least give them a look. I'm going to share the screen for just 1 second. One of the massive reasons why, and it's not certainly the only reason why, but this is perthbullion.com.au. But one of the big reasons, not the only one, they're a great company to deal with, to chat with, etc. But they are Australia's first bullion dealer to offer free express shipping on all discount volumes. So we know that in the US, the big boys, SD Bullion, all the big ones offer free shipping over a certain amount. You buy, over $200 worth or whatever it is. Some companies like that in the US, and you get free shipping. It's just like, that's it. It's all expected, and it was never been able to be done here in Australia. And I don't think that it wasn't being able to be done. It just wasn't done. And in talks with Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange, we both talked about, he hadn't launched the business yet, and we both talked about, geez, you know that thing about free shipping, can that be done? Wouldn't that be amazing to be the first, bullion dealer to do that? And so Perth Bullion Exchange are the first ones. So basically the way it works is you buy over a certain amount, and then you get free shipping. So you know how you go to a bullion dealer's website, and let me see, I'll do it here. It's going to open it. Let's say, for example, you bought, it's going to open in a second. So you see you've got the base price right there, and it's got the as low as price. That's if you buy over a certain amount. If you qualify for one of those discount tiers, you get instant free shipping. There's also other ways you can get free shipping as well. Basically, the easiest way is just to mix around with the shopping cart. Just start adding products to the shopping cart and start playing around with the quantities in the shopping cart, and then look on the right-hand side, and you'll see, so for example, right here, if we open up, say, the Canadian maples, for example, and this is the plug, of course, this is the big first plug. I'm not going to plug it like this all the time, etc., but I just want a big brand partnership announcement, all that kind of stuff, and I'll answer your questions about Perth Bullion Exchange or anything else that you like. But for example, if you want to buy some maples, now number one, if you do some price comparisons with other bullion dealers at the moment, of course this can change, but Perth Bullion Exchange, as far as I know, actually have the best deal on maples, for example, of any bullion dealer right now. That's just their singular price. But then here, of course, if you buy between 25 to 99, you get them for X amount off. Buy 100 plus, get it for another blah, blah, blah off. Now, anytime you see on their website that they have a quantity discount, that first quantity discount, as long as you qualify for that quantity discount, you get free shipping on anything. So if you're buying a gold bar, if it says, buy 3 to get it for a little bit cheaper, you get free shipping when you buy 3. And the other very, very cool thing is, as far as I understand it to work, is you can mix and match. So if you only want 5 maples, but you want 6 other silver coins, if you get a combination of 20 or more items within the cart, could be a combination of gold and silver or whatever, anytime you get a combination of 20 of anything, free shipping. Okay, so anyway, this is just one of the major reasons why I'm very happy to call them a brand partner. I'm going to get off the whole thing now, but they will be a brand partner moving forward. I will be mentioning them every now and then, of course, and of course I'll be mentioning their specials. They're running 30 days of specials at the moment, so there'll be another one today. Don't know what it is yet, haven't found out, but that is the big announcement. Very happy to be partnered with Perth Bullion Exchange. It's been a great time. They've been fantastic. So let's see. Black Coal says, congratulations, thank you. Yeah, they're really awesome to deal with. And this is not me. As you guys know, I've been, as I said, in the industry 11 years, all that stuff, few different bullion businesses. I know what I'm talking about, and it's just, they're great. They're great. So Desi says they've had some good deals lately. Yes, they absolutely have. 30 days of the launch month is a special deal every single day. And sometimes the deals actually, the specials run a little bit longer as well. GMS, Tony Peterson. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Tony. And oh man, Tony's all over it. The Queen of Silver Shield is absolutely just working the room right now. Okay, so now that is the whole deal. Brand partnership with, if you missed it Tony, brand partnership with Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. We'll eventually get a logo up here somewhere and all that kind of stuff, but I'm very excited to announce that. Let's go talk about Palladium. This is what's going on here. I'm going to share the screen and we'll talk about Palladium. And then I'll show you another something from my stack as well. I always like to give you a bit of show and tell too. So let's take a look over here. So of course this is the Gold and Silver Stackers Australia group right here. Another plug from them. No brand partnership, no sponsorship or anything from GSSA. They're just the place to be at the moment if you're a Gold and Silver Stacker in Australia. It's a private group. You have to join. You have to be approved to join. You got to follow their rules. You know, be a nice person basically, and don't be scammy. But my little thing that I post here every single morning before the show, I post a little bit about what I'm going to talk about. And in particular today, I wanted to talk about very briefly Palladium. Is it worth it? I'm not sure, but very interestingly on the chart right here, this is what I wrote. Palladium on the quarterly 3-month time frame looks interesting here. Found support at a key level. It's at its lowest point on the relative strength index since 1997. Jump on the live stream, blah, 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 blah. So let's go take a look at Palladium. And then I'll answer your questions. We might do another synchronized slurp for the other people that have joined just recently. And what do I need to do? I need to go over here. Now I'm sharing the screen. All right, this is Palladium on the 3 monthly time frame, meaning that every single candle you see here is worth 3 months of time. So this goes back all the way to 1997. So let's take a quick little bit of technical analysis on this. We're not really talking so much the fundamentals. If you have an opinion on the fundamentals of Palladium, I mainly talk about the technicals rather than the fundamentals. I talk more fundamentals with silver and gold, etc. But Palladium, I just keep a back seat on it. Every now and then I see the price go up and down, and I go, "Ooh, that looks interesting." But right here, 1997, we had that peak at around about 2000. We had the peak of just over $1,000 US. Back down, formed a big base low at around about 150, 160 US. Back up here, found resistance at around about 850, okay? Then came back down, found another resistance level at 850. Then around back down again, I'm going to burp. That's not good. No, I'll be right. Nope, there it is. This is live TV. Live. Right here down at a key support level where you can see right there, that was previous resistance, around about 460, 470 US. And then from about January of 2016, just had this rip-roaring bunch of years. So from January 2016, from a low of 450 US all the way to the peak at 3,400 US within a, what's that? So 6-year period. Jeez. So in a 6-year period, Palladium, let's do a price range. Palladium went in a 6-year period, 640% in 6 years. Very interesting. Okay, so then we did have since just seen a complete sell-off in the last number of years. So here we are right here, and in the last quarter, right here, you can see we came down to spike right exactly at that previous support level at 850 US. And what you'll also note here, and I want to show you on the relative strength index down here. Let me see that, and I'll zoom that out for you. On the relative strength index, that's my voice. On the relative strength index, it is at its absolute lowest point since 1997. Now, I don't have data to go back further, but it's at the lowest point, so it is extremely oversold comparatively to the rest of its time in the last, nearly 30 years, roughly. So that's interesting to note as well. So we've hit a support level, it has a spike, and then since we're also at its lowest point on the relative strength index, it is extremely oversold comparatively to the rest of the last few decades. But does that mean it's over? Does that mean it's a great buy necessarily? No. So I just wanted to point that out, that it is, from a technical perspective, it's looking interesting around here. Could certainly, absolutely come back down further. And you can see here on the quarterly chart, let me get rid of that one. Where are you, Chestnut? There we go. Close enough. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Right there. on the quarterly, you can see that we have been, it's a red quarter at the moment. So look, you could very easily, see it come back down and break this support level, but that is the level to look out for at 850 US dollars. Breaking 850, I'm going to suggest that it would eventually come back to test this rough area here, maybe at $600, the top of this purple box right here. Okay, so that's from the technical side of things. So it just means we're in an interesting spot. Someone who is really bullish on Palladium for fundamental reasons, if they believe that it's going to have its next, time in the sun eventually, might want to start, not financial advice, would start considering to start dollar cost averaging around here. You'd start buying some around here, around this support level, because it could potentially bounce from here and then keep going up. But, if it keeps going down to this support level right here, around about 600, and you're averaging your cost down, and you're very bullish on Palladium in the long term, I have no dog in the fight on that one, but that's where you would start to look at doing it. Okay, so let's go back. I'll go back to the normal window and get your thoughts on this. Share your thoughts about Palladium. We'll also talk about it in terms of its its ability. Not everyone sells it. It's harder to get. Also, when you go back to sell it, you don't get spot. There's no company that pays spot for it. Out of interest, plug, Perth Bullion Exchange is the second company in Australia to now also buy back at spot price with certain conditions. There are other bullion dealers. There's another bullion dealer that buys back at spot with certain conditions, only a certain amount per day and all that. Perth Bullion Exchange is now the second company to do it, to bring that on board. And I think that was one of the best things they could have done, in my humble opinion, to go, you know what, that's a good, it's a good policy to have, so we're going to do it too. But there's certain things. But anyway, no bullion dealer in Australia or possibly anywhere in the world, I'm not sure of, buys Palladium back at spot. So you're going to be paying, spot plus a premium for it if you can find it. From, Perth Bullion Exchange don't have it at the moment. There are some other bullion dealers around Australia, I think, that maybe do, but your premiums over spot price are high. Plus, then you won't get spot price for it. It's like at least like an 80%, something like that, or 90%, 80% under spot. So 10%, 20% under spot to sell back Palladium to a bullion dealer. So you've really got to make sure that you are keen on its fundamentals. You've got to make sure that you're getting in at a good low point, and you've got to wait till it has a decent rise before you start even breaking even. So that's the thing with Palladium. So looks interesting here from a price perspective, but maybe if someone wants to chat about the fundamental perspective as well. Working the room, you are. Desi, can you also do gold and silver? Yes, I'm doing gold and silver today as well. So we'll get to that. Hi, Tony. Here we go. Black coal. Yes, correct. Difficult to purchase Palladium, and bullion dealers don't buy back at a reasonable price in Australia. There we go. You could have just said it all for me. The short version of what I just said. Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't know about the rest of the world, though, so that's interesting. Desi asks, do you know what percentage they buy back at? There we go. Big spread. Yes, so I answered that question. Big spread. So you've got to be really confident on Palladium. Now, very quickly, what I would actually like to show you, and we're going to do some gold and some silver analysis as well. That's pretty much it. And then I'll show you a little interesting thing from my stack. But I actually want to show you the platinum to Palladium ratio. Let's do that right now. Platinum to Palladium ratio. I actually just got this. No, I don't want that. What are you doing? Platinum to Palladium ratio. I'm going to get this up on the screen. I actually just opened this up for the first time. Let me get that and share that. There you go. Kids, this is the platinum to Palladium ratio. So like the gold to silver ratio, it measures the two against each other. So with this one, when you see it going down, that means Palladium is outperforming platinum. But when you see this going up, platinum is taking center stage and is outperforming, platinum's outperforming Palladium. Okay, so what you can actually see, this is again the 3 monthly time frame. You can see since April, roughly, of 2020. What happened in that March-April time of 2020? Interesting, hey? Platinum just really has taken off against Palladium. So that's another reason why, look, it's interesting that Palladium is where it is at the moment, but are there better plays potentially? Platinum has been outshining Palladium in the last few years, and also it is easier to get, and you more likely to get spot price for it at an Australian bullion dealer as well. So we can look at it on the 12 monthly, on the yearly time frame. So we've opened the year, so it's a green year so far for platinum outperforming palladium. But look, eventually there will be a turnover. It happens. Right there, but you're actually at parity right now as well. So it is actually 1-to-1. So it's roughly the same price per ounce at the moment as well. And bear in mind, it's spent less time under parity and it's spent more time over parity. So platinum has spent more time being over more than the price of palladium, if that makes sense. So do take all that into account. Palladium looks interesting, but there's these other factors at the moment too. Do you own platinum? Post a comment below. I own a little bit of platinum as well. And we'll take a look at the price of gold and the price of silver and then do some show and tell. And that's going to be it for the show, because this is your 20-minute roughly, always goes over, show where we talk about all the precious metals stuff. So I'll do some more ratio stuff eventually. We'll look at ratios of things to other things, but let's take a look at gold right now. I'll go to pop you on the daily time frame, I think. Again, priced in US dollars using the tradingview.com website, 2,292 US dollars. All right, looks like we're potentially making a play. This has just occurred in the last hour or so since opening for the day. So this is the 4-hourly, there you go, and this is the 1-hourly. So the day's opened and we were here, look at this. Before we opened, we did come up to the very interesting technical analysis I find in gold and silver, etc. Seems to be quite predictive, much more predictive. I've talked about this before. I've also been in crypto for a long time, and crypto moves so fast that seeing the pattern movements in gold and silver, they go so much slower, so it seems easier for me. Now I'm not saying it's like Neo in the Matrix. It's like all slow mo. I'm just dodging bullets, but it does seem to the patterns seem to reveal themselves quicker for me, with as in they move slower, but the patterns are more predictive, I should say, in gold and silver for me, since I've been in watching the fast-paced world of crypto for a long time as well. So that's why like 2,305 I've been talking about for a while had been a level of support which didn't hold, then it became a level of resistance. It's held here, but then resistance, and then still been resistance, and then we've got this little level right here, which out of interest on the hourly time frame I had drawn in and around about what that 2,290. And we've just found support there on the hourly time frame. That doesn't mean a lot though. It looks like potentially, unless we hold right here and then we sail back up right here, looks like we're going to break this potentially 2,290, and then we're on our way downwards. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. The bull market's not over or anything like that. We've just had a very large run in the last few months and year or so. And so some profit taking and some cooling off period, it's absolutely to be expected. So that's that on that. So that's the daily time frame. Yeah, in order to be confident that we're not heading down further, it's got to hold right here at that $2,290 mark, which we're exactly at almost right now. Exactly almost? We're almost at right now. Likelihood is that we don't bounce from here, and the likelihood is that we do break to the downside. Not financial advice, all that stuff, but if you're dollar cost averaging, you keep buying every paycheck and you just average your cost as it goes up and it goes down. So don't worry about all this movement stuff, but it's interesting to talk about. The next move down, if we do break that area here of that 2280, so if you do break this area here, then you're looking at here for me is 2,250. That's a key Fibonacci level, and if not, then we are, I would say, definitely coming back to test the one of these previous all-time highs right here at around about 2,280 to 2,150. If I'm a betting man, I would say definitely going to touch 2,150 if we continue to go down further. That would be your first level, and potentially down here to 2,180. I don't think lower than that. I heard someone on the Gold Silver Stackers Australia group was talking about the level of $2,000. That's down here. I don't think we would hit 2,000. That's just my opinion. And I don't think that because that's coming to butt up against this uptrend line right here. So I don't think we break this uptrend line. If we broke this uptrend line, ooh, that's really bad. Really, really bad for gold. So I would suggest this level here would be your support if we do continue to break down. Just watch for that 2,250 US dollar mark. Doesn't hold, then we're definitely coming down to 2150 to 2080 in my humble non-financial advice opinion. That's gold. Let's take a quick look at silver, then we'll do some comments and then show you something from the stack, and then we'll get the blazers out of here because you've got stuff to do with your day. So do I. I've got lots of clients to talk to. I help businesses launch and grow on YouTube. That's my thing now. That's what I do. And of course, I talk about precious metals because I'm still in them. And I love working with bullion dealers and any other kind of business as well to help them grow their customer base. Mini plug. Here is silver, $26.40 US cents. This is the weekly time frame. So this is the start of a new week. It's the start of a new, it's Monday today, so start of a new week, and we've opened lower. Not great, but what I would like to see is a support level hold right here. I had it drawn in last week on Friday at $26.30. If that does not hold, if we don't see a little spike down there on the weekly time frame, if that breaks below $26.30, then I'd say, okay, the following week we're probably going to head down to here, and then possibly the following week we're heading down to here. So really $26.30 for me, big line in the sand. I would need to see it hold there. If it doesn't, we're heading down to that $26 to test it to $25.40 level. If you're brand new to the channel, if you're one of the post 100 subscribers and you haven't seen this yet, right here is the key level that we absolutely have to stay above. And a little spike down is okay, but if we get back into this symmetrical triangle pattern, if we close a week or particularly close a month in this area here, oh, that's not good either. That's really not good. So, but a breakout and a retest of a key level, completely normal, so nothing to worry about. I won't talk about higher prices for now. I'll just stick with that. So that is gold and silver. I'll go back to your comments and then we'll do some quick show and tell, and then we'll get on with the rest of our days. We'll do another synchronized slurp as well. System audio muted. What does that mean? Can you hear me, everyone? Can everyone hear me? System, yeah, that's fine. System audio. We've got the, yep, you can hear me, that's fine. All right, so what were we doing? We're doing some show and tell and some, there we go, some comments. We'll take some comments right here. Oh, lots of comments, great. Yep, okay, that one. Jamie Frost, hey, Jamie Frost is back. G'day, Jamie. Good to see you on the live chat. Jamie's followed me everywhere like a little lost puppy. No, I'm just kidding. Jamie, we've chatted before, and you know, different bullion dealers and blah blah blah. Jamie, he says I bought a 10 gram platinum bar last year. I'm about evens now. That's good. So any rise in spot price puts me in profit. Great. Why not? I've still got. I bought a platinum Perth Mint Tiger. At a good deal. I was working in a bullion dealer, and they they take care of their staff well, and so we got it for a great price. But I think it's still under what I paid. I don't think I wrote it down anywhere, but from memory, it's still under. But you know, eventually, I think platinum's going to, hopefully, eventually have its moment in the sun. You know, where gold and silver go, platinum hopefully tends to go. So yeah, I'm positive on platinum over the long term. It's just got to get over that bloody resistance point. We won't do it this year. Black coal AU retraced to 2200 USD. Yeah, around there. I think 2150. Do you want to have a little bet? What do you reckon? Do you want to bet? No. I was going to say, I reckon 21 to 21. Yeah, 2150 to 2200, around there. I think lower than 2200 though, in my opinion. We won't do bets. We won't do anything like that. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. You do the best chart analysis, Joe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, because Tony's loving my price analysis, we're going to do a synchronized slurp because Tony probably didn't get in the first minute. So here we go for Tony and everyone else. Here we go. 3, 2. Oh man, my vocal cords really need it. If you missed it, I had a gig on the weekend, so I'm a little hoarse. Oh, Labor Day holiday in Queensland today. You're right. It is too. I was just there. I was just in the Gold Coast, and you're right. I was wondering why it was so busy on a Sunday. Everyone was out. I was like, ah, public holiday the next day. Yeah. So I was in the Gold Coast, Tony, just yesterday. I came back, flew back yesterday. Gig on Saturday night, flew back yesterday. Tony says the synchronized slurp with the correct pronunciation. Very good. So let's do a little bit of show and tell now. Right here. So every show, I try to do a bit of show and tell. I'm going to run out eventually, but I just wanted to show you this one. It's nothing majorly special, but I just like it. I brought it many, many, many years ago, and I'm going to use my hands. You know, silver's meant to be played around with. You know, it's okay. You don't have to have them in capsules and all that kind of thing. But these are interesting. I bought them. God, I don't even remember. I bought them from some kind of random forum somewhere internationally, I think it was. But these are a copy. They're basically, that's the Walking Liberty round, so you might be very familiar with them. The Walking Liberty round is basically a copy version of the American Silver Eagle. So it's been around for a long time. They are, it does say copy on it, so they're kind of sanctioned as such. So they're allowed to do it. It is a thing that's allowed to happen, and it has a big. That one has a G on the bottom. I've forgotten what that is. That a Golden State Mint? No, I don't think so. It's from somewhere, but anyway, it's from somewhere. Really? So this is the Walking Liberty round. I'm going to get okay, in close. Oh, geez, look at that face. Need some laser done. Get some closeness in. Come on, gang, get it out there. Come on, you can do it. Wow, this is riveting video stuff. There we go. It is the Walking Liberty round. So basically it's there we go. That was my thumbnail, potentially, right there. Yeah, see, it goes back onto my lovely face. Ugh, right there. So the Walking Liberty round, In God We Trust. So it's basically a copy of, it's like a play on the American Silver Eagle as such. And you can see down the bottom here, it says G right there. That's for the mint that did it. I don't remember what that mint is. And oh, thank you, Tony. Well, I'll show you that. I'll show that. I'll show that comment in just a second. But right there. So, and I'll show the other side too. Now, this is the type of coin which is a vertical alignment. Vertical alignment? Yeah, so it's not horizontal. So if I flip this like this way, you can see it's upside down. So I have to, a vertical alignment. So I have to actually flip it this way, and then that's where you get to see the other side. Yeah, it's the eagle right there. So the United States of America, E pluribus unus, 1 troy ounce, 999 fine silver. So it is a homage to, basically like a copy of the American Silver Eagle. Sanctioned though, they're not in trouble for doing it. They're allowed to do it, and it is, you know, obviously for cheaper. Usually it's more of like, it's round, it's not a coin, so you do get them for cheaper than the American Silver Eagle, because that is legal tender, of course. So that is that. Now, interestingly, and what I want to show you was when I bought these originally, they sent me a tube of them. I still have the tube. When I opened the tube, in the top of the tube, and they didn't tell me, but in the top of the tube, I'm going to have to do this, I'll do this that way, they also put, for free, not that it was worth much, but for free, they added its 1/10 version as well. Isn't that cool? Look at that. So I'm gonna, oh man, mirror, well, that's that way. That's that way. There we go. Like that. There we go. Another, another thumbnail. So a little 1/10 ounce version, silver as well. Isn't that cool? So 1/10 ounce. I love 1/10 ounce silver. Really cool. So just a little mini version there too. So I love that. So that was the show and tell, the Walking Liberty round. I think you can still get them around from somewhere. I don't know where, but they're probably still around. So you can get those walking. And I have a full tube and that little 1/10 as well. I think that's really cool. So that's today's show and tell. Last questions, comments, queries, and then we're getting the hell out of here because I got stuff to do with my day. And I know you do too. So I am gonna say this. Tony says, "You are an excellent singer, Joe. Hope it was a great show in Brizzy." It was. We were at the Currumbin RSL in Brisbane. Technically, I think was it technically? Yeah, it was Brisbane, Brisbane area. Currumbin. It was lovely. Currumbin RSL. It was really good. That was with the U2 show, Achtung Baby, a U2 tribute band. I'm the Edge. No, I was the Bono in that. Thank you. And last comments. No, that's it. So I'll give you about 15 seconds to post your last comments, and then we're going to end this thing because we're at, half an hour-ish, or 35 minutes always takes longer. So that's pretty much it for today's show. I want to thank you for being here. Get your last comments in very quickly. I'll give you shout outs or anything like that. We'll do a final synchronized slurp and then you get on with your day. So we did palladium. We talked about gold and silver. I announced the brand partnership. If you missed the start, brand partnership with Perth Bullion Exchange. Very, very excited to announce the brand partnership. They are my preferred dealer. Love all the other ones too, but I'm going to be, there's going to be a logo everywhere, and I'll be talking about their specials and everything like that. So I'm very, very happy to be aligned with them. They're a very great company. And let's see what happens for the future. Black Coal says, thanks for the analysis. You are very welcome anytime. Jamie Frost says, see you. I'll see you later, Jamie. Thanks for joining us for the first time. Great show as always, says Tony. Have a lovely day, Joe. And chat people, thank you so much. All right, last synchronized slurp, and I'll see you tomorrow because this is a week daily live show. Here we go. In 3, 2. Have a wonderful Monday. Take care, and we will see you tomorrow morning for more GMS. See you later, family.